Hello, this is Weeaboo, and welcome back to Let's Play HunieCam Studio. Last time, we failed. Deliberately. You actually have to try to fail. Anyways, I've restarted, because I said I would, because we need to do something a little different this time. And I didn't explain it in the last video, but I forgot about these information things. If you hover over it, it'll put up a thing. Tiffany is a college student who's looking for a way to start paying off her student loans, but can't seem to find a decent part-time gig. I'll probably be discussing that more when I play HuniePop. And yes, I will be playing HuniePop. Nikki is a shy nerd girl who started out streaming video games, but quickly realized how much more money she could make by showing off the goods. And it's probably banned by Twitch now because apparently they made a rule against that. They made a dress code. I don't know. I don't use Twitch. And this game is banned on Twitch, so you'll never see me stream it. Kiana is a fitness buff who's looking for a fun way to provide for her family that ideally makes a lot more money than hairdressing. Yeah, that pretty much describes her role from HuniePop. She has a kid. Surprisingly, she doesn't have MILF, but that's probably for balance reasons. Anyways, as I said before, I'm going to start with Kiana.
Good call.
And at this point, I can come down to the lower right and choose skip all tutorials. And that will give me access to all the buildings, which I explained in the last video. So, our first goal is to make a little money.
And done. Will do.
And we need...
I'm on it.
We need to go to invest. Employ a second girl.
And done.
And we'll send her to get the second girl. I mentioned the second girl will be your gopher. So, in this case, it's going to be Nikki. Because she only costs $1 per hour.
Really?
But, first off, I'm not going to send her to do what I need her to do. I need her to help make money.
Why not?
I mean, sure, it's only $5, but I do kind of need some money to get a couple of the investments you can get in the game.
Not too bad. No sweat.
The first one of which I can afford now, which is automation. All locations will auto-collect resources once every 15 minutes. That is in game time. Every time the clock changes, it's by 15-minute intervals. And every one of these has multiple tiers of, well, I should say levels. Like this one, by every 15 minutes. If I click buy, the next one is every 12 minutes. And so on and so forth until it gets to its max capacity, which I believe is 2 minutes. And let's see, there's, like I said, there's several of these that we really need to get right off the bat. So, I also mentioned, I'll probably get the debt warning again in this episode.
Will do.
But
Sure, why not?
don't be afraid to go into debt. I will probably go into debt several times in the first several days.
Give it a shot.
And I tend not to pay out early. I just let the midnight come around and take it.
And done. I do.
And
No sweat.
do I have enough for the next thing? Yes, I need a third girl. And we'll send Nikki to get that once she's done with this cam show. And I should mention that that resources one
Give it a shot.
applies to all buildings that have collection, which is the cam studio, the photo studio, the talent and fashion buildings, and the beer and liquor. Or not beer and liquor, beer and cigarettes. Liquor and
No
cigarettes.
sweat.
Whatever. And every building does allow you to use that little hole, the finger blasting as they called it. Ew, I don't have a good choice here. For your third girl, what you want to do is get a girl that matches one of your first girl's things. In this case, it's thick ass. And for that, we are going to take Sarah here, who you'll notice costs $4 an hour and smokes frequently and drinks sometimes. And what we're going to do with her, being our most expensive girl at the moment, we're going to send her to the photo studio. She already has several fans and she's got a level 3 in fashion, so she'll get more studio, or she'll get more fans that way. A fan collection, well, that's one of the things I'm going to boost up eventually, but not immediately. These are accessories. I'll be unlocking accessories next. What I like to... No, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to get all the... These are random, what it chooses each time, but in this one you have Coke. All activities will be done twice as fast. Fashion magazine, earn style while shopping in half the time as normal if you're trying to build a girl up for cam shows. Water bottle. Water sports fetish support it. Fans from photo shoot increased 25%. Chocolate cake. Cake farting fetish supported. Apparently that's a thing. I did not know, and I wish I still didn't know. Fans increased from photo shoot, but increased 25%. Basically, that fetish will get 25% increase on people from the cam studio. We have the wine box, completely suppresses the urge to drink. There's also a nicotine patch, which suppresses the urge to smoke. And a couple items are limited use, but the wine box and nicotine patch are not. The Coke is limited use, it lasts 24 hours. And steroids negates the effects of any STD for 2 days. The only thing they won't be able to do is do escort. So, in this case, I am going to get Coke. Because, well, Nikki could stand to be a bit faster.
Sure, why not? Will do.
And once I get a little bit more money, I want to get to 50 right now. But don't be surprised if you see my fan count in the 700s by the time I do something to it to come faster. Yeah, sure, why not, Suki? Blah blah blah.
If you stay in the red, it's nothing personal.
Yeah. If you want to skip her dialogue, go right ahead. But let's keep finger blasting these cam studios so we can get that sweet, sweet money.
No sweat. Give it a shot.
What do we got in here? Basket. Ooh. You want to give your basket to your gopher. So I'll probably end up giving the Coke to Kiana. The basket doubles the amount of cigs and drinks bought from stores. We also have antibiotics, cures an STD after 3 days. That does not apply to AIDS or the other one that's incurable. Weed activities will be half as stressful as normal, lasts 3 days. And vibrators, squirting fetish supported. Fans earned from photo shoot increased 25%. And again, the water bottle. I'm going to get the basket this time. And we are about in need of the arresting. And I'll explain what I do when that happens at these low levels. Yeah, Kiana's too stressed out. It won't let you put her in there. I can put her in the photo studio if I want, but where you really need to take her is the day spa. And I'm going to temporarily put Sarah, or if I say Suki, that's her name. I forgot to actually go over her little profile thing. And you can see it in here. You go down here. Sarah's an unbearable weeaboo who thinks she's Japanese and calls herself Suki. She's the worst, but she's still kinda hot in that weird way. And I will note that I have several actually I have every hairstyle unlocked. That would be for the disappoint your parents achievement. So we can look at some of these. There's her default hair and outfit. There's Angelic, Kitty Cat, and Rainbow. I personally like the Kawaii. Her outfits, sailor uniform, kimono, that shows off a lot of cleavage. Overalls, which shows off no cleavage, and bubble bath. I just kind of like her original outfit. And we want to rush Kiana through the day spa because that is going to take the longest. We'll worry about money again in a moment. Also, at the moment, you can have 2 girls in each building. We'll be upping that soon as well. But the reason we want to rush Kiana and okay, what do we got this time? Piggy bank. Girl savings habits improved. Should only demand half as much pay. Honestly, there's a point where if a girl is making, I think it's like $3,072 per cam show, this piggy bank is not worth it. And at that point, well, you can just ignore it. And probably most of your other girls will also be able to ignore it. Even, I think the highest cost one is $256, or maybe it's $512, I don't remember. But that would be for a girl who's maxed out 5 in style and 5 in talent. But we do want to get, what do I want? I can get a second fetish started. Actually, no. We're going to go with butt plug. Anal fetish supported. Fans earned from photo shoot increase 25%. Then we also have the ball gag. Bondage fetish supported. We're going to get the butt plug. Can't say I'm a fan of it, but
Easy peasy.
to each their own. Honestly, I know nothing about fetishes. People have weird ones. That's all I know. Seriously, how the hell did boar come into being a thing? Okay. I need 50. Actually, let's look in promos real quick. We want to... This is going to be your best way to get fanned in the latter part of the game. But you want to do start it early, because the earlier you start, the more fans you're going to get quickly. And when you're low on money like this, you want to choose the ones that you know you're going to have in fetishes. And you can get the other ones later in the day. Eventually we'll be collecting every single one every single day, but you can get up to 8. That's unlocked in your thing. Let me get her a little extra money, because what we're going to do right now is we're going to invest in web servers. Streaming quality up. Cash earned from cam show increased by 25%. I don't think you need a plus if you're saying increases. So we're going to do that. We'll get more money from the cam studio now. And that means pretty much right now, after the cam studio is done, we can send Sarah over to the photo shoot permanently, because Kiana will make enough to do things. Okay. Our next investment is going to be accessory. So now we can put those things we got into use. I'm going to give you this, because we're going to need some alcohol and cigarettes soon. And you want to give your photo girl the first of the fetish items you pick up that you plan on using, so she can start getting fan count on those. I'm going to just give oh god, I forgot. Kiana. I should know her name. She's one of my favorites. Then again, I think the only names I remember are Audrey and Nikki and Tiffany. No, actually I remember most of the names. It just had a blip for a moment. But anyways, we're going to give her the coke so she can do these cam shows twice as fast. And you. Go for those. And just keep collecting money so that we can get more things. And it's good to do this in the early game. Once you get more accessory slots, it's probably going to be more valuable for you to give it to your gopher. And back in the end part of the game, I won't even be using the coke. It's not needed then. But it really helps with going through the adult shop and the relaxing. So let's put her back in the adult shop. And it's auto collecting, so I don't have to really worry about anything. But the promos do change at midnight, So since we have enough, we want to buy the rest of them. We're going to invest some money. What I want to do is, I want to get the... It's a tough call, actually. I'm going to get the elapsed 2 minutes each time you click the Russian activity, because things will go faster. And you're too stressed out. And the day spa will take a lot less time as well. But I am going to go... Can I get one more thing before it hits? No. I tried. Anyways, let's get back out of debt. As you can see, Kiana now makes $44 per show. That's good. I'm probably going to send Nikki to recruit next. You don't need an open slot to recruit. You just need an open slot to employ them. If that makes sense. You can get all the girls if you want, and the ones that aren't active don't affect like your cigarette counts or any payroll unless you owe them from switching them in and out. Okay. Now we have the subscribe pillow. Instantly earn 50% of the fans that would be earned from a photo shoot after performing a cam show. You can use this. I may put this on some of the girls who don't do anything vice-wise, like Kiana may get one for her second accessory, but I'd rather start a second fetish. So we're going to get the water bottle. Did I already pick one? I forgot. Yes, you did good. You did great, girl. And we can now invest in something. Oh, I put Nikki in the cam studio. I'm an idiot. Anyways, let's invest. So we want to... I'm going to upgrade the... What do I want to upgrade? I kind of change up how I feel every time. We want to receive 2 cash each time you collect from the studio. That is not additional cash. That's just collecting your cash faster. That confused me when I first started, as kind of poorly phrased, except it's perfectly phrased. But it sounds like you're going to get an extra $2, but you're just collecting... We were collecting $1 at a time, but now we can collect 2. And we have enough money for one more. Let's get all locations will all collect resources once every 12 minutes. Again, in-game minutes. So it'll kind of collect a little bit. It'll probably collect once and sometimes twice inside of one 15-minute cycle now. You need to go to here. And that's... Why am I blasting that one? Kiana's too stressed out. Get her in day spa before her coke runs out. So that we can do a few more cam shows with her. Because that's important. Now, the getting $2 extra does not apply to getting the fans or any other buildings with collectibles done. So you have to upgrade those individually. Okay, I had some money. Let's see. Let's get... Well, we can actually technically get both once I swap back, but you do want to upgrade your building capacity once you get the 4th girl. Actually, you don't need to, but it's nice to kind of be ahead of the game. And I'm going to also... Actually, no, I'm going to upgrade the camera quality down here so we get more fans. And once I get 100, I am going to invest in the 4th girl. And once Nikki is done at the shop... Okay, we can get another one of these. God damn it, Nikki. She'll be a minute. Kiana, you're still coked up. I think, unless it said it... Oh, no, she's not coked up anymore. Yeah, coke tends to only last about 1 round for me. Like, between the times I have the day spa.
No sweat.
Okay, who do we got this time? Okay, none of these are $1 per hour, but, and it's a big but, well, two things. At this point, you can see that none of them match any of the kinks that Kiana has or that Suki has. Because Suki is not Asian, she's white. But, and while it's cheaper to get either Zoe or Audrey, we actually are going to get Leilani, who, let's look at their descriptions. Leilani moved from the Pacific to get away from her strict family and live by her rules. She acts shy, but she knows what she's doing. And Zoe's an insufferable millennial who tries a little too hard to be unique. She sexually identifies as a cybernetic android. And Audrey started messing with hard drugs after having her heart broken by her last boyfriend. Now she needs a way to feed her awesome coke habit. Considering her last boyfriend was probably your character in Honey Pop, unless you played a girl character, well, you ruined her life. Besides, wasn't she already doing coke? Maybe not. She was doing marijuana at least. But she was doing drugs. Anyways, I'm going to choose Leilani and put her in here.
I hope I do
And
okay.
I am also going to increase her talent level, because that's going to be more benefit to us in the long run. Anyways, let's pause this for a second. Let's look at the list of fans. We have Thick Ass and Chubby and Anal are our top 3. And that's pretty much all because of Sarah. For the next episode, we'll see what happens with, well, continuing. Kind of wish I would have stole Markiplier's joke for this being a video game streaming business. That would be kind of funny though, but I only can steal so many jokes from popular people. Anyways, for now, this has been Violair. I hope you enjoyed, and have fun.